Hello and welcome to today's short lecture. We have a couple of answers from Lantos to questions that we have been asking over the last few days, so I want to go over that with you. First, just a quick reminder of the upcoming virtual Chair of Genesis program, which involves your photograph. I would be treating your photograph, give your photograph a treatment, and place it in the flying seed device, and then place it in the Chair of Genesis. And that program has a limited number of slots remaining, so if you're interested, let us know as soon as possible so that we can save one of those slots for you. Keep in mind that you also get your choice of two different discounts. One is a $200 credit toward any future Chair of Genesis program that we hold in person, and we'll do that later on this year. And the second is 2 free Sacred Sounds pendants. So that would be your choice, any of the 8 Sacred Sounds pendants. You could even get 2 of the same if you're giving them out for gifts and you think, I know 2 people who need that curse pendant, so then you can choose that. It is entirely up to you, but let us know if you're interested in the virtual chair program so that we can get your spot reserved for you. Now, the last time we spoke, I mentioned to you that for the time being, you should assume that a distance session is possible for that special Sacred Sounds pendants session that Lantos gave us after the first 10 days of this month. And it turns out that is correct. So here is the question that Cindy asked Lantos. We have many students who would like to do the Sacred Sounds pendant session with the flame and the wand, but who do not have anybody in their household who can help them with the session. Is there a way for a person to do the session on themselves or to have a friend help do part of the session at a distance? Lantos said yes. The friend may use the photo. Circling motions of the flame and wand may be applied over the photo as the individual holds the beloved tools. The friend may issue the treatment at a distance as the sounds are performed and the tools are held by the individual. Okay, so what does that mean? Just as we had assumed, let's say that you are going to be receiving the Sacred Sounds session. You will be lying down. You can be lying down on your bed, on a couch, on a massage table, even on the floor. You begin the session with the intent, which is expressed to the biotranslator or to the Song of the Spheres. And then you spend 2 minutes holding the supercells in your hands. The super water cell is always in the left hand, superstar cell always in the right hand. And after that, you replace the superstar cell that's in your right hand with one of the gold pendants. That would be, for example, the Inception pendant. You then immediately begin with the Realm Lord. If you've received the Sacred Sounds for that pendant, let's say it's your Inception pendant, then you begin with the Realm Lord. You think the Realm Lord sound 3 times, and then you continue just with the special sounds, the Sacred Sounds, for that particular seed for you, your Inception seed in this case. And you do that for the rest of the time that you are using that pendant, whether that's 1 or 2 or 3 minutes. During this time, your friend, wherever your friend is, whether across town or across the country or in a different country somewhere around the world, your friend will have your photograph and will be using the flame of Genesis over your photograph, making sure to use the flame in a circling motion over your photograph. You should be communicating with your friend somehow, whether both of you are on your phones and just have them set to speakerphone, or whether you're on a Zoom conference or something like that, because you need to coordinate with your friend to make sure that your friend is using the flame at the correct time and you're holding the pendants at the correct time. Once you've finished with that pendant, then you set it aside and take the superstar cell, put it back in your right hand. You take one of the silver pendants. In this example, when we started with the Inception pendant, then the Reflection pendant comes next. And you hold that one in your left hand setting aside the super water cell. And then your friend uses the wand over your photograph in a circling motion for however long you're going to be holding that pendant. Then you move on to the next pendant. Let's say it's the education pendant because it will be one of the gold ones. So you set aside the silver reflection pendant, put your super water cell back in your left hand, take the super star cell out of your right hand and put the gold education pendant in your right hand. And then you start with the Realm Lord sounds, and then you do that 3 times. Realm Lord, Realm Lord, Realm Lord. And then you move on to the sound for that seed. And remember, we're always using the example A, B, C to represent the 3 sounds because Lantos doesn't want us speaking the sacred sounds out in the material plane too frequently. So A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. Do that as many times as you want while holding the pendant in your right hand. And since you've got a pendant in your right hand, your friend is using the flame of Genesis. So the instructions, the step-by-step instructions, don't change. They remain the same. The only difference is the person using the flame and wand over you when you're receiving your session isn't there in the room with you. They're not using the flame and the wand directly over your body. They're using them over your photograph. That's the only difference in the distance session. If you have no one that you can think of who can help with this, give us a call, and we'll try to pair you up with someone so that you can receive the benefits of this session. It's an important treatment session. Obviously, it's the one message that Lantos gave us after the first 10 days, so doing this is clearly important to Lantos and to the Ascended Masters, if this is the one thing they want us doing right now. So we want to make sure that you are able to get the benefit from this. Give us a call so that we can help you out, set you up with someone so that the 2 of you can at least once or twice a week give each other the treatment session of the Sacred Sounds pendants. Now, there is another question that I had asked Cindy to ask Lantos, because a lot of you have ordered curse pendants to help loved ones, friends, or family members who have addiction or depression, any number of those conditions that Master Teacher Tote as well as Master Lantos had told us would be examples of the binding influence of negativity on the material level of one's life. So many of you have ordered the curse pendants, but you don't have a way to give it to the loved one, to give it to the person, have them wear it. So how do you do it? Well, you can place it on their photograph. They will receive some benefit from it, even without having received the sacred sounds. You can have someone, one of the teachers, issue the sacred sounds directly to you for that person. And then you can enliven the sacred sounds pendants for that individual using those sounds. But the question that I had Cindy ask Lantos, is it okay to use the bio-oscillator on a person's picture at the same time as having the sacred curse pendant on the picture for the removal of negativity? Because, of course, we know that bio-oscillating a person's photograph is very good at helping to remove negativity, lift the burden of negativity off the individual. And Lantos said, yes, very good. So when you have someone who has a heavy burden of negativity and perhaps is struggling with addiction or depression, and you get the curse pendant for them, but you're placing the curse pendant on the photograph, you can still, for a few minutes each day, use the bio-oscillator on the photograph while the curse pendant is also on the photograph. But then, of course, while you only use the bio-oscillator for a few minutes, the sacred curse pendant would remain on the photograph throughout the day and throughout the night every day to help provide that protection and that blessing for the individual, to release the individual from the binding influence of negativity. Okay, everyone. Thanks for joining me today with a little more information about how to do the Sacred Sounds Pendants treatment session and how to take greatest advantage of the tools to help bless others with the removal of negativity from their lives. Remember the virtual chair program. Whether it's someone else in your family or a friend, whether it's a child, whether it's an elderly person who can't travel and would not be able to attend the chair program in person, this is a good opportunity to receive the great blessings of the Chair of Genesis. Okay, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. Have a great day. I'll speak with you again on Wednesday.